Hey, everybody. Here we are, session 2 of the evening, where we focus on the essence of creation. Sutta Konayana, Sutta Suttayamana, Sutta Suttayana, Sutta Kumaya. All of these audios are designed to assist you in returning home. You have what it takes. You have what you need. You have what is required of you. Sometimes we can all use a tap on the shoulder to remind us who we truly are. And so this is that reminder. You are God. You are the eternal force. You are the infinite creator. You are the one, as we all be, that infinite energy field of God in particulate form, making up atoms, filling up density, and arriving at this moment in time where we're enjoying the physical plane. As we enjoy the physical plane, we need to get really close up with our cells. So in the previous recording tonight, we talked about the cell as a powerhouse, not just mitochondria and ATP and all the molecular structure. We talked about the cell as a powerhouse of God, where the infinite spark of the eternal flame shines brightly. And as it is an individuated source of consciousness, the cell can choose what it wishes to do. But it can also choose through you. It can also receive your instructions, as it does all day long. And so while this cell is responding to you, the life force that drives it, it needs very clear instructions on how to operate. And so this cell is responding to you. It's ensuring that you have communication. It's always in that process of knowing that it's communicating with you. You're in symbiotic exchange. It feels, wants, needs, desires, just as you do. It wants all the physical manifestations of love that you can give it. It might come in the form of nourishment. It might come in the form of a hug, or some beautiful, soft, kind words you could give to it. But it's always receiving your messages of communication. And it will be giving you its messages. So sometimes you just need to listen. Sometimes it's about slowing down. Maybe for only just a minute to have a breath. And then return on your way. because your breath will regulate your nervous system. And it will do so quite effectively if you're honest with it, if you don't force it, if you sit with it, and if you enjoy it. If you bring it back through the heart, it will allow all tension to release. So bring the breath through the heart. The portal will actually activate and bring through everything that's required to be seen and discard the rest. It's your best friend, the heart. It'll always take care of you and never let you down. So knowing how incredible, special, and potent your heart space is, let's activate it tonight to the next level, to the next dimension, to the unseen realms of the primordial source. Feel the glow that becomes you, that comes over you, as you know you are God. Stop pretending you're not. You are the true source incarnate. You are the walking miracles. You are the healing hands. You are the infinite creator. You are the source of all that is. Each cell vibrates with the resonance of this potential. You choose if you want to engage. So this cell of this organism, it wants to engage. It wants you to remember. It wants you to light up. It wants you to be the truth of who you are. So remember, that's always on your side. That is always on your side. The knowledge that your body, your cells, they always have your back. Your heart is always open to you. You are the one that gets to choose whether you engage. So if you'd like to engage your cells and your heart tonight, let's step into these realms of creation. And so the sparks fly. The eternal planes are accessed. They're always here. We just need to remember to ask, to navigate them clearly. So tonight, let's navigate these planes and manifest your heart's desires. What does your heart actually want? What does your heart want to receive? What does your heart want to be? Ask your heart. What is your heart's desire? Let's sit with that for a minute. Bring something to the forefront. What does your heart want? Not what do you want? What does your heart want outside the mind? Feel that. What is your heart asking you to do? What is your heart asking you to turn? Your heart's expanding and it's really showing you the gifts and this expansive creative place in which you can play. And your heart is this wonderful portal of light and love, and it will always guide you home. Will have no other respect for you other than that of the highest regard. So you can always turn to your heart. In this space of sitting with our hearts, sitting with the energy of all that is. Sitting with the energy of the highest flame, that which is love, that which is you. Sitting with this energy, let us be one with God, the original spark of the original flame, that which gave birth to all life, that which gave birth to you. Nothing's outside. It's all within. And it begins and it grows from the portal, which is the heart. So we're in advanced territory now. This is quantum mechanics 101. They may not know that, but it is. You access the higher realms, the dimension of God Himself, that which is of all, the energy source that creates worlds. You access this through your heart. The wisdom lies in fractal form all around us. But the true wisdom, the true belief is in the heart space. That is where you will find your way home. It is not about traveling intergalactically, interdimensionally, or anywhere on this earth. Although those are really fun experiences as you live in human form. But the real doorway is back through the heart space. So let's open it up with a breath. Truly feel your heart. Kasitayana, sita sitayana, sita sitayana, sita kanayana, sita sitaya. Asitayamana, sita kunasitayamana, sita sitayamana, sita sitaya. Asitayamana, sita sitayamana, sita sitayamana, sita sitaya. Asitayamana, sita sitayamana, sita sitayamana, sita sitaya. Aya kunayana syataya, sita syataya. Kunayana sya. How are you? Kunayana syata syataya. You feel the spark of life within. You feel the resonance of the frequency of the all, of the one creator. Do you know how to use this frequency? for you can use it for any means. Just because you're love and light and are kind to others doesn't mean you are the only one that has access to this source. This energy field can be felt in any person on this planet. They can use it for what they wish. Not everyone has access to the heart. That's the difference between good and evil, right and wrong. We're going to make that judgment call. It's that the good, those who follow the pathway of love, are able to instantly access their heart. It's where light and wonder exist, where love and happiness too, of the purest form. You can have externalized, worldly humor and joy and gratitude and appreciation. But unless it runs through the heart, it is not the full extent of what can be felt. And so as you look at the externalized, the reasons why you're happy, the reasons why you feel great, appreciate them. Be so thankful for them. Do not doubt them for an instant. Be in awe, be in amazement of them, and love them all up. But your real happiness will only come through the heart portal. Then there's just existential glee. It's a feeling so high. You wonder why you ever had to use drugs or alcohol to access instant bliss. And it's always here. Lots of energy to move tonight. Coming back to the physical form, we see within the heart a golden spark of creation. Can you please lay your wishes on that spark? Not externalized manifestations that you want to come into existence, but the real love, the real truth of who you are. That you know who you are. That your truth comes flooding back. Because from there, from that true ignition of the heart flame, you know that you can do anything. You can be anyone. You can have all or nothing. And regardless of what is, it doesn't take away your spark. Your spark always shines brightly. Excuse me, Sitaya. Yawns are a lot of clearing. A lot of clearing of energy that's coming up in the field. And so let's adjust so that we can fan that flame, that we can be the source of all that is. Be the internal grace in the external environment. Still walk our talk and learn our boundaries as well. Because when you sit with love, when you sit with the frequency of the heart, carries no remorse, no justice, no revenge, nothing whatsoever. And it sees all as God. In the process of getting to know the heart, getting to know the process of what's possible within your own self, that process actually requires discernment. It asks you to marry and match that avenue of your life with the will of the Creator. And so the heart wants to love. It wants to be peace. It wants to know no other than the truth of existence, which is that we are all one. But it also needs to know that you can operate in this physical realm, that you can be the truth of who you are, and also stand up for the little guy. Stand up for yourself. Stand up to the bullies, the narcissists, the abusers, the attackers, the forms of source consciousness that may not have yet moved into the heart realm. That's the journey we're all undergoing. Coming back to the space that is the heart. And some of us are closer to it than others. And those of us who know the heart and know not discernment, know not how to walk in the physical world. So those of you who are only love and light, only bliss and freedom, or only good and bad, it's time to learn the art of discernment. And that's where you love another as yourself, because we are all one. But you set a hard line in the sand with what you're willing to tolerate. It's a critical piece of information in this spectrum of light, where some of you are reaching enlightenment and loving so much that you turn the other cheek. That is wonderful. And that is great that you have the ability to do that. If you do not set boundaries, if you do not set your own space, it will be trampled upon. So as you evolve, as you become closer to the arms of God, recognizing your true self, it is even more critical to stamp your name in the sand of independence from relationship or from situation that may want to hold you down. Because the higher you go, the higher you go. And in this, you're creating vacuums like you could never imagine. You're creating vortices of energy within these spaces that rise to collective consciousness to such a high degree. There may be others that want to tear you down. They may be doing it unknowingly. It could be other forces at work. So just know that boundaries are an essential part of your process. And so love yourself so much, just as you love the other, that you are willing to stick up for yourself. You are willing to love yourself that much and feel so good that you can look at the other and say, whoa, not on my watch. You're my brother, you're my sister. I see that. But we can't harm anyone here. And that's where I'll draw my line. We need to treat others as we'd wish to be treated. And I'm going to call you on that. And that's where we have to use compassion, but with a voice. There's a critical integration part that many of us are becoming aware of in greater society as a whole. That we've got to speak our truth. But if we don't do it with love and compassion, then we sink back down to the bottom. So how do we integrate this knowing that we are the heart and we are the firm hand for everyone to actually grasp? Enlightenment isn't just all love and heart bubbles. It's actually being aware. It's actually discerning. It's actually knowing you are the one, but not allowing anything that doesn't have the nature of the one in its best interests. It's allowing yourself to say, no, that's not going to work. How about this instead? And so as we exercise our voice, may you remember this. It was one master who freed his slaves that started an entire revolution. Watch what happens as you start to set your heart free, light up your cells, be the master of your reality, own your heart, own your individuality, own your voice. When you set yourself free, because no one else has a hold on you, it's just you. When you set yourself free, watch what happens to the others around you. So begin to breathe into the space that is the heart and love yourself that much that you have the courage to say no. And when life is throwing you a curveball, or something is not what you want to see, have the courage to say, oh, that's not working for me. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to deal with what I need to. But I'm also going to choose something different. And with your individual free will choice, that is how you create a new world for yourself and the others around you. And so as you step off this call, if you feel you need to ground, go hug a tree, plant your feet in the sand, and ask yourself to return fully to the ground, planted in your physicality. Have some big breaths to integrate. And start to listen to these over and over. It's not just the words that will make the change. It's a frequency that's held in this space. Knowing you need nothing, that you have everything. What will you choose? Sumaya, Sumaya, Sumaya.